Man is in the building, of course. Jersey's finest, all about them bars, marijuana smoker. Hey, PSA announcement. I need everybody go support. That's right, support my fucking state, my city. Heritage Hip Hop, a New Jersey media source that celebrates New Jersey hip hop worldwide. Facts. And we are celebrating our legends right here, Jersey, baby. Please subscribe to Heritage Hip Hop on social media. That is Heritage Hip Hop on social media. Jersey, you know I love you. Jersey, you know we got bars and we got music and we got legends all day. And if you believe in Jersey and you love Jersey like I do, support that Heritage Hip Hop on all social media platforms. This is Redman and I approve this message.
Hi, what's going on, everybody? Peace and blessings and welcome back to the Heritage Hip Hop, the Mike Council Show. First and foremost, let me say thank you to everybody who's been patient with Heritage Hip Hop. I had the flu. And if anybody has never got the flu before, you don't want it. So thank you everybody who was watching the reels, watching the shows. Salute to everybody who gave me support. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's go into what their support is, though. For anybody that's watching this show right now, please hit the like button, comment, and share. If you'd like to donate to keep this platform going, $ Heritage Hip Hop. Also, we have a website. Here we go. heritagehiphop.com. And you see it's brought to you with with support from Heritage Hip Hop and the New Jersey Fleet DJs. This website is the home of everything that comes out Heritage Hip Hop. We have a Mike Council Show, The People Love Music Anymore, Part 1. We have our services. You want to book with us to do interviews, want me to come out with the camera, host, or do anything, you can hit me up on my DM on Instagram, or you can email me, contact me here. You want blogs for your projects, from a write-up or anything, hit me on my website. As you see, we have videos with known artists and unknown artists. We're here to represent hip-hop by introducing you to your future favorite artists today while celebrating those people who set the foundation for the culture. So we have the vets, we have the people who are on our podcast. Our podcast is available to stream on Spotify, Apple Music. You want to see the visuals, it's on YouTube. Blurred Hop is where we celebrate hip-hop culture and other instances like gaming and comic books. We have our blogs, where we have one with, this is about video game culture, artist profile on Lindor, MC from Canada, and Mike Mountain, MC from the DMV area. We also have our sister program, ANN R&B. Our latest show was the Mike Council. We talked about the tragedy of Kanye West. It's a good watch. Live performances are showcased, music videos are showcased. And here, if you want to get some of this merch, we have our hip hop shirts, and anybody wants a hat or anything that you don't see, contact me directly. You can go to this order now button right here. You could get some merch, t-shirts, sweatshirts, stuff for you, your kids, your girl, whatever. And we have an affiliate, which with Super 7. Today's highlighted one is the Biggie figure, and we have a Jay Dilla one coming very soon. So if you like Heritage Hip Hop and you want to support us, I'll ask that you please do so, because you help keep this platform going, and I appreciate it as we move forward. Today's topic is, do people love music anymore? Part 2, the death of music media. And the reason why I wanted to do this show is because, first and foremost, salute to everybody who used the media to further the growth of hip hop. Anybody who's watched Heritage Hip Hop know that my hip hop guy is Ralph McDaniels. If it wasn't for Video Music Box, I would not have the understanding of what hip hop is in many, many lenses. See, for many people, hip hop is only about the music. For a lot of people, it's only been about the beats and rhymes. Ralph McDaniels took you into the culture. Ralph McDaniels took you into the tunnel. He took you into the party. Shout out to Tuffy. Shout out to Crazy Sam, Skeletor. Like, Video Music Box took you into the party with the camera on the dance floor with people, and you seen people really get down in the culture. They're really partying. They're really giving their shout outs on on screen, and then you cut to a music video. Ralph McDaniels also gave you interviews where people were able to talk to the artist, and the artist, you got a deeper understanding of who the artist is. Because everything you ever heard was Brooklyn, Queens, Brooklyn, Queens, Brooklyn, Queens, right? But it wasn't until you went and saw the projects, or you went into the crowd, or you saw the corner store and things like that, that you got to really see what hip hop is when it comes to the culture and the society standpoint. You see what I'm saying? Ralph McDaniels was the first person that bought me MOP in an interview. Rap City never gave me MOP. Yo MTV Raps never gave me MOP. And Pump It Up, salute to Sister D Barnes. That's West Coast. But they never gave me that. They never gave me that love to, or wanting the desire to be able to get to know the artist as deeply as a Video Music Box did. Now, they did interviews and they showed videos, but except for Pump It Up was more in the street too. But Video Music Box is where we got to see the culture unfold. If you haven't seen the Video Music Box documentary on Showtime that Nas did, please don't do yourself a disfavor of missing that. Watch that, because that's very important to understanding who we are as a culture, what Ralph McDaniels did, and why is it important to document the culture and know that hip hop is more than just listening to rhymes. It's something that you live. If it really is a culture, then it's something that you got to feel. It's something that you got to understand. But that comes to the point of this show, because the point of the show is, do people love music anymore? Because in today's music media, no one talks about music. I ain't beat for social commentaries that's hot topics. I'm not a hot topic person. Excuse me. I'm a person that really likes to understand the person and the music. So that's why I do a podcast interview along with this show, is because with the podcast, I want you to know the artist, the music, where they're from, how they feel, the context in which they're creating. Because most artists nowadays, all they do is just make music and put it on social media, which is stupid as hell. Because when you do that, nobody's connecting with you. Nobody knows who you are. See, for all those people out there that want to be independent artists and say they did it on their own, when people were on labels in the rich part of the era of hip hop, right? The record label had a budget for you, and the budget said you were going to go to this station, and you had to do media training, and you had to go meet the people who are going to play your music. Now, because of social media and because of the playlist era that we're in, people believe that all you got to do is just put money out, pay for posting, boost your post, and that's it. When really, why would I listen to your music if I don't know you, can't connect to you, or don't care? The beats may break me to get to see you, but if I don't get to know you, or your sound just really doesn't take me there, why would I invest in you? And that's my problem with hip hop media and music media today, is that we have a lot of people out here who are podcasting, have shows, and all they do is hot topics, street stuff, and they don't bring any value to the artist or the culture which we're supposed to uphold. See, music comes first. And I'm going to be honest with you. Podcasting is hard. This is not something that you could do and just make lots of money from. There's been years in heritage hip hop where I barely made anything. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say I didn't make anything. I did. I just haven't been in surplus. You see what I'm saying? And it's very hard. And when y'all see Joe Budden get happy and he like another one bites the dust and all that, that happens a lot. Unless you get like a big deal with like Barstool or FanDuel or something like that, you're really not making that much money. You know what I mean? So I could tell you from the door, it is hard to make a living with podcasting. It's not easy. So everybody out there with a 9 to 5 is still doing it, salute to you. If you have an LLC business and you're doing it, salute to you, because it is difficult. But why do you do it? Did you do it because you love the money, or did you do it because you love this thing we call hip hop culture and music culture in general? Because I'm going to tell y'all, if you look at what music is today and the purpose of music, we're doing a piss poor job overall. Not everybody, but if you look in totality, overall, we're doing a piss poor job, because as podcasting has become an industry and a part of the media industry, people have wanted to be the hot person so bad that they have sacrificed the music for the bullshit. Let me tell you something. We went from being disc jockeys to video jockeys to bloggers to podcasters who have followed the Wendy Williams shock value of culture entertainment instead of being the people who talked about the music, aka the Ralph McDaniels of the culture. Let me be honest with you. The hottest topics that I've seen in hip hop have been who got shot, who has died, who's going to jail. Unfortunately, Irv Gotti's passing away and 50 Cent making fun of him, people's failures. We talk about that so much that people think that's actual hip hop. Well, that's nothing but gossip and BS. Now, it may affect people in the culture, but that's not what our culture is. If you celebrate caskets, people will always focus on death. If you celebrate life, people will always focus on positivity. And it seems like in American culture, positivity always goes to the wayside and no one cares. And we have to reverse that. We always hear people talk about how Glorilla and Sexy Red or Ice Spice or they're all industry plants and they're destroying hip hop and they're doing the worst. Whether you agree or disagree, I don't really care. That's not the point of why I brought them up. And salute to those ladies because they have a way to produce and give money to their family and make a better way, right? But for everybody out there who complains about why this music isn't good and this person isn't good, why aren't you using your platform to big up people who you like and show the world their music? Like, I'm gonna tell you for one, I love Ty Phoenix. Ty Phoenix is the number one female or woman in hip hop to me right now. You don't know who Ty Phoenix is? Check out her albums. Go to Bandcamp, TIYEPH CEONIX Phoenix, whatever. Part of my mind right now. Just as they got over the flow. But Ty Phoenix is one of the dopest females out right now. There was another girl I used to like listening to. Y'all, you know, like a snob. I don't know what her name is now. I think she changed her name. But she had a song called Fiji. Loved it. You have Shay Noir. You know what I'm saying? You got anybody working with the Griselda type sound. You got Trust, BSF, drum work. All of them out there. They are nice. And who's bigging those females up? Shout out to Lady London and them. I mean, people will complain about the women because women are easy targets in hip hop. They always talk about the women are destroying hip hop. The women are doing this. The women are doing that. But there's women out here who are doing a great job in music, and no one's standing up for them. And why is that? Why is nobody standing up for Shauna, a vet in the game who's bringing out new artists like L Street? Shout out to L Streets. Got the song Dipset on NBA 2K25. Her and Shauna got a new song out right now called Counterfeit. The media doesn't talk about these artists. Instead, we talk about Big U, no disrespect. Whack 100, no disrespect. No Jumper, I don't rock with No Jumper. Y'all should know why. We talk about DJ Vlad. I don't rock with DJ Vlad, no disrespect, but you should know why. We always hear about who's getting sent to jail, who's going to these platforms and getting arrested, who's culture vultures, as they say, or whatever. We always put this stuff out, but no one's talking about the music. Who's celebrating these children out here that's dancing to these TikTok videos and making something of themselves? Everybody wants to complain about what the culture vultures do, but what about how you're not contributing to how we can save our culture by bigging up the people doing what needs to be done in your area or who you like to listen to? I do it all the time, and I'm not to pat my back, but I need to. It's about what are we doing to save the culture? Because in our media, no one talks about music anymore. It's always this person died, this person got shot. You want a hot topic? Suge Knight and Suge Knight on his over the phone podcast and Art of Dialogue, right? Suge Knight, Gene Dill, they'll talk about Tupac, Big, who got killed, who got shot, and that's it, right? Now, understand those are stories from people that were in the game. I understand that. We need that. But we don't need people whose only form of media is going to be the negative part of what our culture has enveloped or has been forced to become, because people in power will use your poverty against you to make you make songs that's about death, killing, and things so that you can feed your family, because that's the only way they will release the music that you make. Think about this. If Let's talk about Young Boy. Shout out to Young Boy. Young Boy has a lot of respect and credentials in the street, right? If Young Boy came out with an R&B type album where he's talking about not healing the community, he's talking about healing the community and giving the community something of value, do you think they would push that album? Or do you be like, Young Boy fell off, his album ain't got nothing good to talk about? They would try to destroy that young man, and that's not fair. Let's talk about D1. D1 has been one of the few artists that go out and say hip hop culture has to be held accountable. He called out Jim Jones, Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, anybody who raps about selling drugs and all that, right? And instead of the hip hop media, I ain't saying they have to get behind him and agree, but instead of hip hop media having that hard conversation of, is he right? Do we need to hold each other accountable? How do you feel? Instead of having that conversation, people would rather just kick him down, and then have the rapper he's talking about say something negative and then blast that instead of talking about what exactly the young man is talking about when he has his message of hip hop needs to be held accountable. I think it's a damn shame that when it comes to being a media person, a journalist, a person who talks about the culture, people are only focusing on the negative sides of it. It was once written that you know more about a people by the music they create rather than what society tells you of them. But here's the backlash to that and why I rebuttal with that. If the music being created that is great music is not being told or sold or shared so that genocide, homicide, and all other types of social ills are placed in a song and forcefully pumped into the minds, the bodies, and the souls of people out here who may not agree with that message, then there's a problem. Because you got older people like Steve Harvey always said hip hop messed up the world. We don't need 35 people on stage, which we don't, yelling at people, but we don't need to make songs about murder, 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 death, 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 kill, kill, kill. And he's right. We don't need that. But what about the balance of having people who make songs about life and that song is not being played on a high level anywhere when it comes to the media or music? Thank God we have like a Kendrick Lamar right now in the upper echelon of today's music, because that song All Right did more than any I'll Kill You type song has ever done. Let's keep it real. And most people hate J. Cole for not battling. Think of what J. Cole puts out and what he stands for when it comes to the community. And you need that. As much as people say hip hop is a young man's game, look at KRS-One and his Temple of Hip Hop album and what that means. Get out the mainstream, right? You have artists, I always big up these artists from New Jersey. New Jersey has a weird relationship with itself where I don't know if people want to come out and be successful or they just don't care to put money behind themselves or they just waiting for handouts. I don't understand what it is. But I will tell you this. We have great artists in New Jersey that make money and that are doing their best to be out, who are in tune with something bigger than just street culture. And you have people from the street who know that that's not the way to produce something positive for the community. So you don't make that type of music, but they make good music to try to further the mind. Let me tell you, in hip hop culture, because of the Jersey, New York dynamic, you have lost so many great talents. And you know what? You know what people would do? They'll take their platform and talk about this person got punched in the face, this person got killed, this person is trash, just to start a beef, right? But we're not bigging up the people who make good music. Let me tell y'all something, man. There's an album out. Let me look it up real quick. There's albums and artists out right now who make great music that because people don't use their platforms to big them up, you don't know them. One of my favorite artists I found from New Jersey that I'm going to big up is D Bridges. No More Losses Part 1, Part 2, Forgot About Dre 1 and 2. D Bridges has made great music. He talks pain. That's pain talk. D Bridges is one of the ones where when you listen to an album, you come away with something. Check out D Bridges, y'all. There's another MC that came out of Jersey. His name is Stress. Stress, if you hear me talk about Stress all the time, because Stress really puts in that work. He has albums out. He has he self-produced. He has instrumental albums out. He had I'll make sure I get all the right names for y'all. Y'all want to talk and then I know what I'm talking about. He just released Dedicated to You. Just Let Me Rap, Raise the Bar, From Me to You. He's put out albums out that not only talk that good talk lyrically, he got that I'm talking to you and I'm gonna beat the beat up type rhyme, but he's also self-produced. And he's produced for other people in the culture, known and unknown to y'all. And he's put in that work. Instead of people talking about hip hop is messed up, hip hop is this, hip hop is that, let's big up people like Stress. I told you about Ty Phoenix. I love you, sis. I love Ty Phoenix. Right? Y'all know about Samad Savage, right? Y'all know about Samad Savage. I've talked about Samad Savage. How about Soulless, Jay Wonder, Blaze the Rebel? How about CF201, Fat Boy Sharif? Let's talk about Real as Promised. I mean, that's just to name a few. We also have vets in hip hop who have been releasing music. Shout out to Don Rich, Freaka. Freaka is a Freaka different, yo. But what you know about me, you know what I'm saying? You like Christian rap? What about Fire Jaws? You know? He has been put out incredible music. Y'all like hood music that sound good? Ill City Entertainment, Out the Mud Music Group, Greek, Big Stomp. My man, Doc Bundini, yeah, Indian Rose, Big Nutty, Nicky Cage. You have people out here who are making great music. Trapped in the 90s? I wanted to shout these names out because for everyone who complains that that hip hop is so bad, we have artists out here that you gotta big up. Shout out to Poppy Stores, 1990 Now, out right now. We have people who are out that we can talk about all day long. But instead, people want to talk about this person got shot, who going to jail, who's a snake. No disrespect to nobody's pain and where they're from. And I'm going to keep it real. I'm not a street dude. So if you don't like to watch me because of that, then you got that to watch. But if you're into the music and you want to know about the culture and what it means, how it hit me, how it influenced me, and also bringing you people that can influence you and bring good music to you and your children and things like that, then that's what you come to Heritage Hip Hop for. And that's why I'm glad to do this. I don't have a platform that's about having you tell on yourself so people could use footage from me to go to the cops. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Somebody tried to sabotage my channel before by saying I was doing some illegal stuff, and they used the artist that came on my platform to say I did it. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? There will be nothing going on that's anti-humanity on my page whatsoever. I don't play those games. I don't advocate. You ain't never seen me even do blue chews on here or something like that. I don't advocate anything that could bring harm to your body. I'm all about health and substances. So if anybody out there who want to be a sponsor or help me with anything, if you want to sponsor something healthy, you want to sponsor something that's going to help people live or something like that, Heritage Hip Hop is here. You know, if you want to sponsor something on my own platform where I could put you out and promote you and you could do something with me, Heritage Hip Hop is right here. because that's what we all about. And today's music, we have some great artists out here that we could talk about. Look at what happened to R&B. R&B is not even played like it used to be back in the 90s, early 2000s. R&B is a dead sport in the mainstream. And we have so many people out here that's singing. So guess what? Just because you see hip hop on here don't mean we can't talk R&B. We have my brother Nas Romantic, as you saw earlier on heritagehiphop.com, A&N R&B. We could talk to y'all R&B artists and get this back out because we need to talk about the lack of love. We need to talk about these things in society that the music actually put out that helped us appreciate each other. I mean, let's just be honest. If the images you're always shown are constituted in sports, substance abuse, sex, and death, those are the things that these children will grow up to see. Well, guess what? Right now, we're going through some things in China, and I'll talk about that in another video. China's doing things to make sure their society is growing respectfully and morally to the highest level. While in America, because of the color of your skin, they'll pump images into your neighborhood to make sure all you know is death. So you get the music that's not good pumped into you. You get the food that's not good pumped into you. You'll get all these negative messages given to you. And whenever somebody tries to fight against that norm to make something better happen, it's the hardest thing to do in the world. Shout out to the people who don't stand for that. Shout out to people like Doggy Diamonds TV. Shout out to The Block, like my Twitter group. Shout out to Video Music Box. Shout out to He Said What Network. Shout out to We Are Jersey. There's people out here who are doing what they gotta do to bring you not only good cultural standing, but great music. Shout out to my people that's not in Jersey that make this great music, who are doing their best. Max Slugs, Seattle. We got West Coast folk like Eda Mad Assassin and Seven the Panther. That's just three right there. I'm naming y'all. There's more. But hip hop has to be bigger than just death, destruction, and noise. Hip hop was made to be about peace, love, unity, and having fun. When you take the peace out of it, what's the point of everything else? And there's people out here fighting to bring peace back to the culture because if you don't come in peace, then you got to get the fuck out because we don't want that. Come on, man. At a certain age, you're going to party and everything, right? And I ain't saying you can't twerk and dance. There's a time and place for all that. There's a time and place for sex, music, and all that. I'm not saying it's not, right? But we can't oversaturate it to the point where that's all we talk about. Come on, man. Music media has gotten so bad that now we have pop the balloon shows and things like that where people are looking for love and they're critiquing the women and the men. And now we have a whole movement of media that talks about city girls, city boys, which is a hip hop thing, right? We have people talking about how there's no good men in the world, how there's no good women in the world. And that's all bullshit. That's not true. There's good people everywhere. Everybody doesn't need a BBL to be sexy. Everybody doesn't have to buy a Birkin bag to be wealthy. You don't need that. That's stuff for needy people. That's hoe worship. That's materialistic worship. That's the stuff that destroys the family and the community. And our community has been so traumatized by racism and slavery and prejudices in this country that we feel that our children deserve the best, so we'll break our necks to give our children the best. But it's the best material and not the best ethereal or moral things that can help them long term. And that's where I have a problem with hip hop culture, because when it comes to music, right, and the music media, the music media is not reporting on giving you the good of the culture. They're not doing their best to give you the bright new faces. Instead, they want to give you controversy and stuff for clicks and likes. And because idiots run to it because they like drama, we have people not being exposed and our culture is slowly declining and people rising to the occasion to kick us when we're down. Think about this. I'm from the New York metropolitan area, but I represent New Jersey. So we have a station one station that's very fucked up called Hot 97, right? And no disrespect to them. They're broadcasting and doing their thing. What's fucked up about it is this though. When Ebro from the Hot 97 morning show said, and like I said, no disrespect to them. When Ebro said that the record companies are actively not signing hip hop anymore and they're going towards Afro beats, that was alarming for the simple fact the reason why they'll say this is because everything's violent or everything is drug induced. But that's not all of hip hop music. And when Charlemagne actually confronted Leor Cohen on the Breakfast Club on Power 105, and he said, but you are signing these artists that put this out. You got to feel some responsibility. Leor said, well, I got a family to feed. So basically, you can die so his family could live. But good music feeds everybody. What's the best album you ever heard? And think about it. And think about what kind of impact it had in the world, not just on you. Because see, back in the day, everybody was talking about Michael Jackson and Prince, right? Everybody would talk about Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder. Let's take it to hip hop. People will talk about The Blueprint. People will talk about Illmatic. People will talk about It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. People will talk about Doggy Style. People will talk about these albums. But if you think about the reason why the songs resonated to the point where they reverberated to every part of society and everybody could party and dance to it. There's hood people that we like me personally, I'm an MOP fan. You may know Annie Up. You may know it. But do you know Face Off? Do you know How About Some Hardcore? Do you know Brooklyn and Jersey? We had a song with Tretch. Do you know Sparta? See, if you don't know those songs, I understand because that wasn't made for the greater world to understand that was them making their music. But see, back in the day, hip hop had an issue with being a crossover genre because they didn't want to be everywhere. They just wanted to be hip hop. They wanted to stay in a bubble. Good music doesn't do that, y'all. And when you stay in the bubble, you can hurt yourself. I mean, let's keep it real. Pain is universal, so pain music will affect everybody. But hope music can heal the pain. So hope and pain, the yin and yang, they go hand in hand with not only saving the world, but helping us be our best in the world. And that's why I'm saying if we always produce the death and the pain, who's going to produce the hope that's going to heal so we can ensure that we have something to pass to our babies and show them music is more than pain and life is more than pain. It is something that life can be healed and we can pass on that medicine, that healing, that knowledge to others through our music and by the sharing of the music to the masses, not just to the people that's in our bubble. Now, I'm going to keep it real. For you to love something, it has to resonate within you. I love this hip hop thing. And it ain't because it's always pain, pain, pain. There's hope. There's greatness within us and our culture. And it's a shame if we give it away and we do not give it our best opportunity to share. Do people love music anymore? Because I see more people talk about hot topics and things that have no significant value instead of music, the culture, and how to produce something for these artists that are making this good music to go further monetarily and career-wise with their music than just letting it go to the wayside and saying nothing else. I'm making it my business to always do something to salute and support the people in this culture and with this music. You got the Heritage Hip Hop Awards. See, we do an award show where we celebrate those people who make good music. Shout out to She Real. She's doing her thing. And she's out there cooking. And not only is she making statements with her music, her business acumen is a statement as well. Listen, if you don't know who She Real is, check out Heritage Hip Hop. I've interviewed her. Like I said, and it ain't just domestic. We go international. Canada, Lindor, Big Frack, Prologic, GB. We put it out there. And we want more. So anybody out there that loves music and you make good music and you want to expose the world to yourself and your music, come to Heritage Hip Hop. The mics are always open. We're online. I could come to you if I'm available. Bring the cameras and we do what we got to do. I hope everybody enjoyed this message today, because at the end of the day, we have to do all we can to save our music. Before we get out of here, I want to give a shout out to my Fleet DJ family. The Fleet DJ Music Conference is this year, July 17th to the 21st in Atlanta, Georgia. If you don't know what the Fleet DJ Music Conference is, go to thefleetdjs.com. Check out the conference on page, and you'll see you meet producers, MCs, and people from the industry, mainstream and independents, will coming together to do something to save, not only save the music, but also give people opportunity to share their product, share their art, and do greatness. Shout out to my Fleet Music family. Shout out to you for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, share. Go to heritagehiphop.com. Get some merch, please. If you want my services, go to heritagehiphop.com. My services are there. And more importantly, may the Most High bless you. Keep the music and the culture alive, y'all, by celebrating the people who are doing that work to make our culture survive. Shout out to Nas, shout out to Jay-Z, shout out to KRS-One, the Temple of Hip Hop. Shout out to everybody. There's too many people to name, but even shout out to everybody out there who's pushing the culture forward. Shout out to T.I. Expeditiously. Shout out to Drink Champs. Shout out to the R&B podcast with Tank and other dude, R&B Money. We need more of that, because at the end of the day, it's all about life, man. We don't have to talk about death all day long. We don't have to complain and do that ignorant shit all day long. We need to stand up for ourselves, our culture, and give the people our best and not our asses to kiss. So please, man, respect the music, respect yourself, and respect what the artists do. Give them your money, give them your time, and don't stream their lives into obscurity. If you like it, you like what you hear, buy it, because that's how you ensure yourself more music and you give people the money. So with that being said, this is Karev at Heritage Hip Hop, and I need a haircut. Like I said, just getting over the flu, everybody. I'm going to be recording and getting some things out for you, and may the Most High bless everybody. Peace, and I'm out.
Real hip hop. Real